Deep breath in. And a big exhale through the mouth. Bring the hands to the heart, Anjali Mudra. And this is an intentional hand posture or mudra. So you want to make sure that we're creating some pressure between palm to palm and finger to finger, thumb to thumb. Level the chin. Take such a deep inhale that the chest lifts into the thumbs. Hover at the crest of the breath, and then slowly exhale through the nose. A few quiet breaths as we just bring our practice to a start. Setting aside anything you've carried with you from your morning and onto your mat. Clearing space physically and mentally for this next 30 minutes of just connecting with yourself. Connecting with your breath and your movement. And making a conscious decision to make this day what you need it to be. Listening for the breath as it moves through the body. With this next exhale, allow the hands to float to the knees. Blinking the eyes open. We'll open the legs out wide, arranging into a wide-legged seat. Making sure that the toes and knees are pointing in the same direction. You can place the hands onto the thigh bones and just start to work down the top of the thighs. What this does is access a little more depth into your seat, giving a sense of anchoring. And then reaching yourself forward, come into a wide-legged forward fold. And this may mean that you've moved an inch. It may mean that you've laid your chest out on the ground. It does not matter. What really matters is tapping into the sensation that's going on in the inner thighs, the back of the hips, the length of the spine, and the back of the neck. Take a deep breath here. And on your exhale, fall into the pose a little bit more. Couple more deep breaths. Inhale, bring it on up. Twist to frame the right leg and just lean the heart towards the right toes. Keep the left leg in check, so keep a little tone to the back of the thigh. Keep the toes pointing upwards. And as you lean to the right, rather than trying to pull the face forward, rounding out, try and keep your back nice and flat. So this means we're upright a little bit more. And try and rather than putting the face down, pour the navel down towards the inner thigh. Inhale, bring it up. Switch it over to the left leg. Same thing here. Flat back, tall spine, navel leaning in towards the left thigh. We don't need big grand movements to create sensation or connect to the parts of the body. Good. Bringing it up. We'll scoop the legs together and come on to hands and knees. Getting moving fairly quickly, as this is only a 30-minute class. Do yourself the favor of rolling through just a couple of cat-cows. Not only does this start to loosen up the spine, but it also gives you a sense of awareness of what's going on with the rest of the body. Generally, some light movement, we can kind of test and explore what's going on. You may identify some areas of tightness. You may identify some areas that feel particularly good, and often it's more difficult to identify the places of the body that are feeling really good. Like you don't usually say, oh my gosh, my shoulders are just so open today. Usually, the stuff that feels not so good is what talks a little bit louder. So being open to all of that, receiving the information. Leveling the spine to neutral, palms walk forward, fanning out the fingers. Tuck each toe individually and unfold the legs behind you, downward dog. I'd like us to step the toes together today, keeping our down dog in a particular form. And I'm doing this so that we can work on how we broaden the hips without losing the tone of the thighs. So keeping the feet together, start to press the balls of the feet into the mat as if you're trying to spread the mat apart or spread space between the feet without actually moving the feet. This broadens the outer hips and the upper seat. Take an exhale and slowly drape the chest down towards the thighs a little bit deeper. Good. Relax the toes, bend the knees, look at the thumbs, and make your way to the top of the mat. Toes are still kind of touching underneath you. Lean forward ever so slightly to straighten out your forward fold, bringing the hips forward and over the heels. From here, you may just want to cup the elbows. You may want to hook the peace fingers around the big toes, lift up to a flat back, and then start to fold, pulling the elbows apart. Either is fine. We just want to work on a little bit of depth, keeping the weight in the balls of the feet just a little more than the heels. Try to aim your crown down towards the top of the mat. Bending the knees, release the feet if you grab the toes, roll up to standing, reach the arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, swan dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, peel it up to a flat back. As you exhale, fold and send the right leg back, lower the right knee and untuck the toe. Inhale, brings the arms up overhead. Find your stability here first, and then really start to drive like you're steering with this left foot. Stay just as you are, or lower the hands to the hips for a deeper stretch. We reach back, and this will take balance, so why I said laugh at ourselves. Try to bring the right hand to the right foot. Lean into the lunge, and then aim both shoulders straight forward. Drawing the heel towards the seat. Big stretch across the front of the right thigh. Woo! And if you need a blanket or something under that right knee, I should have told you that ahead of time. By all means, go for it. Take another breath here. Releasing the foot. Hands next, around the left foot. And send it back to down dog. In down dog, stay here and just play with this shape. If you need to build some heat, some movement, rolling forward through our vinyasa sequence, plank pose. Down to the belly. Peeling up into a back bend. And I recommend keeping it somewhat small on your first go at this. Just lifting up the chest a bit. And then exhaling all the way back. Down dog. Inhale, right leg reaches up. Fold the knee into the chest. Shift forward and set the foot down in between the hands. Lowering the left knee. Untuck left toe. Reach the arms up overhead. Good. And if you need a blanket under the left knee, go for it. We're going to bring our hands to our hips if you're choosing to deepen that thigh stretch. Steer into the right foot, tone the lower abdominals for stability, and then reach back, maybe grabbing that left foot with the left hand. Once you've grabbed it, try to redirect the chest towards the top of the mat so we feel that lovely opening across the left shoulder. Deep breath here. Excuse me, deep breath here. And then releasing the foot, frame the right foot. Step forward to a forward fold. Toes touch together. Inhale, lift up and flatten the back. Exhale, bring it to a fold. This time in our fold, if your hands don't quite reach, bend the knees to bring the fingertips down. Several options here is to hook the toes and pull the elbows apart. Another option is to lift up the feet and slide the hands underneath the feet so that the big toes kind of walk up the inner part of the wrist. And then from here, lean the body weight into the balls of the feet. We feel this lovely pressure on the hands as we fold forward. Couple of breaths in your forward fold. And then releasing the hands if you've chosen to step on the palms. Bend the knees, rise all the way up to standing Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, swan dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen to a flat back. Exhale, fold, send the left leg back now. Inhale, rise up, left knee grounded, toes untucked. Place the right hand on the right thigh, lean over to the right. Big psoas stretch here. Coil the pinky edge of the hand inward so we get that nice extension across the outer arm. Exhale, release. Bring the hands to the inside of the right foot. So you may need to wiggle that right foot out to the side of it. And then heavy the hips forward. Using the arms, we drag the chest towards the top of the mat. Lizard lunge. Big hip opener here. Good. Exhale, hinge backwards. Straightening out the right leg. Try to keep the back flat, sending the hips back and the heart forward. The leg is a little bit cattywampus just out to the right, and that's fine. We're really just trying to come into a space where we make friends with our hamstrings. Good. Bring it back. Plant the hands. Either stepping back into down dog, child's pose, or plank pose. Moving through vinyasa. Lowering down to the belly. Inhale, peeling up into a back bend. This can be a cobra with the elbows bent, or up dog with the arms straight. Exhale, pulls it back, downward dog. Inhale, left leg reaches up. We fold the leg into the chest and set the foot down between the hands. Lower the right knee, untuck the right toe, reach the arms up. Lower the left hand and stretch a little bit to the left. And by angling the hand, palm down, pinky edge coiling in, we access a really deep stretch across the line of the psoas. Good. Bringing the hands down, place them on the inside of the left foot. So again, you may need to wiggle that left foot out to the side of it. Dragging the chest through the arms, heavying the hips. Create tone in the top of the right foot just for some anchoring. Deep breath here. Exhale, hinge backwards, straighten the left leg, peel the toes up, and try and flatten out the back. Sending the hips and tailbone up and back, heart forward. Inhale, rocking forward, planting the hands. We lift up the right knee, and we step forward to a forward fold. You may need to step the feet in again because that left foot was out to the side. Inhale, roll up from your forward fold, reaching the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. All right. Bending the knees, come into a little bit of a chair pose. It does not need to be your deepest, most challenging chair pose. What I just want us to do is get our center of gravity a little bit lower. We start to feel ourselves really root into the feet. Peel up the right leg, cross it over the left. And you can use the left toes as a little kickstand, or the right toes as a kickstand on the left side of the mat if you need a little help with balance. You can also choose to wrap the right foot, hooking it behind the left calf. Inhale, arms go out to the sides. Exhale, left arm crosses over right. We either hook the arm across the chest or wrap the hands around once again, bringing the palms together. Lift up the elbows, drag the hands away from the face, tone the belly, squeeze the inner thighs. The next breath, we open the arms, we stand up and release that right leg, sending it back into a lunge. Reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, open up into warrior two. Bend deeply in that left foot. Bringing the elbow to the knee, extend the right arm over the right ear. Create a nice straight line across the right side of the body. Stay here, just working on your side angle, or wrap the right hand behind the back, maybe even wiggling those fingers into the left hip crease. Really accessing the strength of the legs, we're going to dip the left shoulder to the inside of the left knee and maybe wrap the hands around in a bind. Some of you are rolling your eyes at me right now, and that's fine. Just stay here with the elbow on the knee and the right hand wrapped behind the arm, or behind the back. Take a breath or two here. Undo it. Windmill the hands around to frame the left foot. Step back into your plank. Move through vinyasa. Or take a few moments to breathe and rest. Lowering down. Healing up. Exhale, bringing it back. Very good. Take a deep breath here. Let it out through the mouth. Bending the knees, looking at your thumbs. Step or float to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway to lengthen. Exhale, fold. Here's what we're going to do next. Bring your left hand to your left hip. Bend the knees to access the right fingertips, these fingers around the right toe. Bending the knees gives us stability, that same concept in that light chair pose we did earlier. As we rise up, inhale, bring the right foot straight out in front of you. The knee may be significantly bent, and that's fine. Just work on balance. Wrapping the left hip in towards the midline. Stay here, or maybe open the leg out to the side. Hold here nice and tall. Bring the foot back in. Bend the knee, release the foot. Set the foot down and the hands up. Big breath in. Big exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen, flatten the back. Exhale, fold it over. Inhale, rise up, bring the arms up. Exhale, pulls the hands to the heart, bend the knees, coming into chair light. Just enough depth to get your balance. Gazing at something to keep you stable, either down just at the top of the mat or straight ahead. Peel up the left foot, cross the left leg on top of the right, using a kickstand or hooking the foot behind the calf. Get a little deeper, try to line up the spine over the hips. Arms come out. As we cross them in front of us, now the right arm comes over. We hook it across the chest, or continue to wrap. Palms come together, elbows up. Try to keep your elbows at shoulder height, the belly toned, and push the palms away. Very good. Now, like we're moving in slow motion, begin to unwrap the arms, unwrap the leg, send the left leg back to a lunge, reaching the arms up overhead. Big breath in. Exhale, open into warrior two. Good. Lower the elbow to the knee. Wrap the left arm behind the back, wiggling the fingers closer towards the right hip crease. Find more depth in the knee to get that nice line on the left side. Stay here or work on binding, where we drop the right shoulder to the inside of the right knee. Sweep the right arm underneath the right thigh. Maybe find your fingertips. Good. So think of putting the back of the right shoulder on the inside of the right knee. Yes, there it is. Good. Hold for another breath here. Release the arms. Frame the foot. And step straight back to plank. Take a rest or move through with me. Lowering down. Peeling up. And downward dog again. Go ahead and step the feet together. Again, practicing that broadening technique through the back of the hips without moving the feet apart. Stretch the sticky mat apart. Very good. From here, inhale, right leg lifts up. Send it to the outside of the right hand. And this is the part where we're going to have a good sense of humor about this. I'm feeling pretty tight today, so it could be funny on my end as well. We're going to take our right hand and bring it to the outside of the right foot. This has made us kind of nestle our right shoulder to the inside of the right knee. Good. Stay here. Stretch the left heel back. Reach the heart forward very deep. Good. Then we're going to open the left foot out, coming into warrior two footing, and reach the left arm up to the sky. Deepen the hips if you feel caught up in this. Lower and bend the right knee a little bit more. Very good. Awesome. Now wrap the left hand behind the back. Maybe meet right hand and left hand behind you. If not, grabbing a strap or grabbing your shirt. Those of you who've managed to bind, stay here. Otherwise, if it's just too uncomfortable, bring it up. Hook the right arm to the outside of the right thigh. So wherever you are, it's gonna get weird. Take a few hops to bring that left foot forward. Now we're in this weird cattywampus bend. Fold. So if your arm has been bound and we've found our way to the spine, peel up the right heel. Those of you who have hooked the right arm to the outside of the right leg, we'll all bring ourselves up into a bird of paradise version. This comes from stepping deep into the left foot. Stay where you are. I'll demo the bind in case you're a little bit lost. So we've bound our arms. We do the same thing. We peel up the right heel, step deep into the left foot, and come up to standing. Take another breath, and then slowly fold it all the way down, releasing the bind and hanging in a forward fold. Bravo! This is a weird one, but bird of paradise is a fun one to play with. Sway the hips from side to side. Inhale, roll all the way up to standing. Stretch it out. Feel the freedom post-bind. Exhale, fold it all the way down. Very good. We'll send the left foot, or nope, we're going to step back into downward dog. Last chance for vinyasa junkies. So if you'd like to move with me, roll forward into plank. Lower down. Inhale, peel up. Exhale, bring it back to dog. Now the left leg comes up. We pull it through to the outside of the left hand. Keep the right knee lifted. We're going to lower or dip the left shoulder to the inside of the left knee and walk the fingertips to the outside of the left foot, just to feel the stretch. Bend a little deeper, let your hips get lower to the ground.
Then take a little hop in for control with the right foot, and then open it up towards the left edge of the mat. Now we're in warrior two footing. Reach the right arm up, wrap it behind the back. You may or may not find your bind here. If you do, it looks something like this. If you don't, just keep the right hand wrapped behind the back and hook the left arm on the outside of the left thigh. From here, we take a few hops and step forward to the top of the mat. I'm demonstrating the hook from the outside modification. Those of you who have bound, move with me as well. We bend deeply, press into the right foot, and come up to standing, taking the left leg with you. Do your best. If you need to tap out and try it again. Play with it. Smile a little. Breathe a little too. One more breath. Those of you working on the bind, if you've fallen out of it, just bring the shoulder to the inside, wrap it behind. Do your best to rise up. And then we all let it go. Woo, forward fold. Sway the hips. Bob the noggin. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Exhale, bring it all the way down to a fold. Bend the knees, plant the hands, step back into downward dog. And here's another little weird stretch. If you want to, take your right foot and hook it above the left knee like you were going into pigeon pose or figure four pose in downward dog. Start to push the right knee back. Good. Shift forward, bring the right knee behind the right wrist and slide into a very brief pigeon pose. Stay upright here and use the arms to push yourself a little bit back and deeper into the stretch. Add tone to the left leg so we're grounding the pose. Good. Tuck the left toes, lift the knees, step it back into downward dog, sorry. Then we're going to do the same kind of weird shape here. It's hooking the outside of the left ankle on the front of the right thigh in downward dog. Push the hips and heel back. Try to drag the knee away from the chest using the muscles of the outer left hip. Deep breath here. And then pull it forward. Set the left knee behind the left wrist and slide into pigeon pose. Let's stay upright since we're short on time. And use those arms to press the hips back and a little bit deeper into the mat. Tone in the right leg. Deep breath or two. Very good. Tuck the right toe, lift the right knee, send it back, downward dog. Take a breath in down dog, and with a slow, controlled exhale, lower the knees and wind up in child's pose. This can be a variety of options. If your wrists have had it, go ahead and lower, cupping the knees, wrists or shoulders. If you still feel like you want to stretch, really come up to the fingertips and bow the head down through the arms. If you need more flexion in the hips, widen the knees apart so the belly can really drape through in between the thighs. If you need more of a rounding or rolling of the upper back, bring the thighs together. Wherever you find yourself, take a deep breath or two. Inhale, roll up, hands and knees. Cruise through your cat-cow. I love this. I think it's the ultimate reset. Notice any shift or transition from our first set of cat-cows to this one. Try and identify the good stuff. Then bringing yourself onto your seat. Crossing the legs, easy, comfortable position. So here, because we're out of time,
I invite you to go into Shavasana at the close of this practice. But to seal our practice together, bringing the hands to the heart, lifting up tall, little smile to the face. Take a deep breath and feel that exhale wash through the whole body. With gratitude, namaste.